Hey guys, welcome back. I really hope you guys have been enjoying all the parts so far. This will be part 5 of Japan on Victoria 2. As you can see, where we left off, we just started declaring on Korea. We're 12% through, it's going to take over a year. It's not ideal for that reason alone, but at the same time, that is probably the best we can do for right now. We need to kind of be looking to expand our navy. We are westernising, we're getting ideas up, which is really good. We've just got an increased speed, which is also ideal. 18.2. I knew I'd get detected when it was fairly high, which is a bit of a pain, but it's not the end of the world. We just need to keep Russia out. I do apologise for that Discord thing that you heard. We need to keep Russia from increasing to a friendly, because that is the last thing we need. We are... Okay, so we've got a plus 25, we've now got a minus 25, so we're basically back to normal speed. So yeah, like I said, I've been saying where we left off multiple times. Oh, so China just got bumped back down to a primitive. Wow. That's rough. Are these all... Yeah, they can all just go. So with that then, that would mean I can build up another 4 and a Hussar unit. Get guards. Whilst they are slightly more expensive to maintain, they are better units in general. Not that it makes a huge difference, but if you can build them, build them. If you can't, you can't. But we are starting to get industry now. Which is quite important for us. I mean, this steel factory is going to have a lot of people ready for it. We're just going to continue to keep on expanding everything. So we can now declare on Korea. So let's just check no one's... So they're allied to Manchuria. Yeah, I mean, I could probably take them on by myself. Don't really see it as being a problem. Okay, yeah, sure, whatever. We'll attack. We'll just take you as a friend. Okay. Where's the army up here? Oh, it's up here. So we'll get you to go down. Once again, apologies to the Discord. I keep on meaning to turn these off, and I never do. I always forget. Okay, so we just engaged the Koreans. Yeah. We should win pretty much all of these battles, to be honest. There should be no reason for us to lose any of them. And, I mean, it's looking very much like that's what the case is. Because it is just... we are largely attacking unciv nations now. Yeah, we're absolutely decimating forces here, which is fine. How's the industry that's probably just come back on? Yep. So that's instantly going to be producing way more than we need, which is ideal. But at the same time, we will eventually be needing to use that amount. So we now have state government, which was allowed me permission for civilized. So we now are going to... Or do we actually... Yeah, I think it's probably best if we go into steel steamers. Just so we can start building up steel ships. Let's again increase soldier pop in Chubu, or I don't know how to pronounce it. Let's continue moving up the Korean Peninsula. It shouldn't really be too challenging for us. Okay, so we just got, I believe, the ability to build ammunition. Was that? It was. Which we will build in Chinese. Do we have access to sulfur? That is the big question. Because sulfur is... We do. Okay. It's not an ideal, it's not a great province, but I mean, we have access to sulfur and that is largely what matters. Okay, so that's that gone. Let's just continue the push and you can just claim everything else. Okay. Easy is... Come on. We'll start taking Manchuria, which I don't think we can do a lot with. If we had good war school, we could easily just. If he had good infamy, sorry, we could just take him out. But there's absolutely no point in doing that right now because all it's going to do is just put me way over the limit. We'll bring these units back down. Where are you going to go? We'll see if we can catch their navy. Much by looks, we will. Manchuria is negotiating on behalf of themselves. Yeah, we'll white piece them out because I don't really care. And then you guys. Perfect. Okay, and Korea is back in the fold. They had a momentary spell where it was free for about 40, 50 years. And now they are back within us, within our protection, at least. It's okay. That's exactly what was needed. Only issue with it is that they are a colonial province and not an actual state. Like here. I just got mission to civilize, I just realised that. So we can take that province. Is there any down here that we can get? No. Does not look like there is. But at least we can get that, which is, you know, that's something. So we have a decent amount of forces now in Manchuria, which is useful for us at least, because that is probably where they're going to be needed if anything does or was to occur. Let's get some of these units. Actually, can I build up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There we go, we've got 2 stack. Okay, that clergyman is done there. Formosa. We'll get, no we won't, we'll get craftsman in Kyoto. Kansai is done, so we'll get Kyushu with soldiers. Still steamer convoy is now good. We'll get better naval bases, so we can build still steamers. So we will build an artillery factory there, and we'll build a still steamer shipyard there as well. They're going to be our two very heavily, well, that's going to be our very heavily industrialized province right there. And I think it should, yes, it's producing a decent amount of steel now. That's our top export is steel. And we are 4th in the world, considering we only westernized about 30 years ago, or 20 years ago. That's not bad going, really. Yeah, 30 years ago, something like that. Oh no, 20. Yeah, 20. Considering we now have the 4th highest output of steel, that's really, really good going. We do export a lot. Okay. So what's really happening now is we are waiting. Okay, that's perfect. We now have that. Russia probably won't fight us anymore because we do have better tech than them. And our naval tech is pretty much nearly the same as theirs as well. So I don't think they're going to do a lot to really pressure anything. Let's get better better stuff with my intellect, so more education efficiency. Because we've actually gone down education efficiency, but that's purely because we've taken Korea. The Korean, obviously, because it's an unciv, it will take certain. It will hamper your level of literacy rating, which is fine. There's nothing wrong with that because it's easy to fix. But at the same time, it's easy to see that it's gone down, and you can start panicking about it when it's realistically it's nothing. Oh, this is the long. Thankfully, it's not like the UK where you have to go around everything. You look through everything just to find it. It's an absolute pain. But here we are. Nearly done. with this. Increasing soldiers and craftsmen. Just had more factories expand. Some more factories in Manchuria are now up, which is useful for me. Increasing steel production even further. That's perfect. Who are you? Guangxi. Why are you giving me alliances? No, thank you. Is China by the progress? No, not by the looks of it, at least. Okay, so we've got better. Can we get? Do we get? Darwinism's a really good one because it gives you education 50% increase. Let's just increase industry right now because there's a lot of things that need to, or we need to focus on for industry increase because this is what we need. A lot of these discoveries allow us to have lots of bonuses. We also need to know how to build machine parts and all that sort of stuff as well. So we're doing all right. We are relatively untouchable right now. And, I mean, you can't really ask for much more, to be honest. Oh, there was a war just then. Who just fought who? From Yunnan. They expanded. That's not pretty at all. We will attack Spain once we have 14 infamy, because the worst we can get is 10. So that would take us to what? Have we got fertilizer anywhere? No. Okay, so I've got a fertilizer. There's fertilizer in there though. No. Yeah. We'll build it there. Build fertilizer there, then we'll build explosives there. That should always be fine. We should always realistically, even though we're not turning a profit on this, I mean, we'll always have enough steel should have enough steel to match the demand. So we now use half of what we produce, which is good. I mean, I had a feeling that would be the case. Our steel steamers we use a lot. Oh, okay. Well, tech. Let's get inorganic chemistry so we can try and get nitroglycerin. The events to have. Is it here? Or is it? Yeah. So we can have the mine events, which give us like 50% increase. Okay. Canned feed. We produce nowhere near enough canned food, but I never expected us to. So that's now a state in Hokkaido. Probably should let that finish building up that naval base, but it's fine. Small arms again. It's going to go into Manchuria because we're able to get loads of workers in there because like a large portion of the population probably will be working in the factories. How do I check? Where do we look in there? I know craftsmen. Only 2.6. The rest are labourers. I mean, realistically, we're starting in the areas that we took prior to westernizing. We do have some Japanese people there, which is, it's nice to see the migration aspect of things finally work. Right. We need to look at other provinces to potentially build factories in. So Kansai, this region. Maybe some canned goods again, perhaps. Cement factory. I think that's pretty much it right now. We'll get craftsman. And then Kyushu, again, craftsman, we will get glass. Because you have coal, anything that requires coal, you can have. Get another steel steamer. Right, I'm afraid that is going to be it for this part. I know not a lot of actions happened. We kind of took Korea. But realistically, that is it. The Navy has just started. The industries have started, and we've already done really well. We are, what, third now in steel production. We're producing more than the German Federation, which is, if you know anything about this game, produces an unholy amount of steel. For instance, they produce the most iron, but don't produce the most steel. They produce the most coal, but still don't produce enough steel. So it's important that we stay quite high on these. We produce a decent amount of artillery, not small arms. Don't produce enough ammunition. Don't produce enough canned food, I'm assuming. No. Luxury clothes. We're bottom, but we will fade off that, I reckon. But realistically, other than... yeah, we'll be nowhere near any of these. We might be good on tea, yeah. And paper. But it's the things like machine parts that are really useful we don't build. Steamer convoys we're third in, which is important to be high producing it. Cement, we have nothing. Glass, we're not on the list. But that is important to realise that once we can build all of these... once we can build machine parts, we should build machine parts in these factories. However, I really feel like there's something that I'm missing building this here. But I'm not 100% sure. But we need to increase the production of artillery because we don't meet our own consumption. We meet our own consumption of steel, which is good. But we don't meet our own consumption of canned food, which is why I'm building another one. And that is the plan. Once, and now that infamy is basically down to 14, we're going to wait for it to go to 13.9, and then we can attack Spain for the Philippines. I really hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.